Good morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest champagne crypto. Thank you for tuning in. Big shout out to Rafterman and Athlete over there on YouTube and DLive. We are streaming live via restream.io. We are warming up these crypto ovens to 16K and beyond. This thing continues to rise. I'm excited, and we'll be covering it. Bitcoin stocks, Ether, DeFi, and more. We're on the up and up, and I expect things to continue to go up here in the short term. Let's check out the charts, actually. Let me go ahead and share my screen. We got Bitcoin currently at 16,118 and topping off there at 16,491 in the past 24 hours, hitting a 3-year high here. We haven't been this high since 17, actually. So this is a 3-year high. So we're inching closer and closer to all-time high, which is $20,000. There's a strong possibility we may test it. Now, if we go ahead and break that resistance, I don't know. But, here at this price point at 16,129, there's a strong possibility that, this thing tests the water further towards 17, 18, 19, and maybe even an all-time high. Let's keep an eye out. Let's look at the technicals. Yesterday, they were extremely strong, and I would expect the same right now. Good morning and God bless to Joey Ray, Tech 48, and the rest of the pumpers out there. You got that one day over here, technical analysis. Not as strong as it was yesterday, but still reading buy on the oscillators, the summary, and the moving averages down the board. If you go ahead and project a little further to 1 week and 1 month, 1 week, some of the oscillators are reading sell, but they're still saying buy and strong buy moving averages. And then of the 1 month, there's only one technical indicator that is saying to sell. Everything else is saying buy, 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 strong buy. So that's what's going on there with Bitcoin. I expect this thing to move. Okay. I expect this thing to move. And let's check that out. Mike says, I have something for you. Look at EOS USD. I'm not looking at EOS right now. I'm not excited about EOS. I'm going to look at ETH at this moment. EOS should have moved more when Google Drive stepped up to the plate. And then it was a pump and dump. Let me look at ETH, though, because ETH right now, it's about Bitcoin and ETH, in my opinion. And, I like EOS. Don't get me wrong. Where's my ETH at? Where's my ETH at? Where's my Ether at? There it is. All right. ETH against USD. 469. Clear past the 5. Let's look at the technicals after I click on this ledger ad. I got to put up the Brave browser links again because this thing's still going. And, I've been steadily... You know what I did? I switched the rewards. You know how they pay you off in BAT every month? I switched it off to just convert it to Bitcoin. So every month it's just dumping Bitcoin. So there we go. ETH USD. We're looking at... buy. The technicals are about the same. Let's look at 1 month projections. Still a little stronger for Bitcoin, but I'll tell you guys, I got a hunch here with Ether, this 2.0 thing. I think Ether may outpace Bitcoin in the next few months. Let's see. Mike here says not for holding, just for making money. Okay, I'll check that out. How's the DeFi wallet looking? Absolutely. We'll check that out as well. I know you asked at the end of the live stream yesterday. It's been over a month since I even looked at that, probably even more, Rafterman. So we'll take a look. I basically considered that one retired, but I think I still have it saved, so we'll look at it. Let me pull up the Gecko over here. Let me put up CoinGecko. We got Bitcoin 16,119, Ether 468. Obviously, the path is to $500. The ETH 2.0 deposit contract is already available. ETHolic threw 3,200 ETH at it. And now I'm hearing that Binance is going to open up a pool where you could stake your Ethereum for a 0.5% charge. So that's interesting as well. So, all this factors will lead, in my opinion, to an Ether price increase. You got Ripple there at 25 cents. You got Chainlink at 12.77, Bitcoin Cash 254. And how about Litecoin? I'm going to be honest, I'm done with Litecoin after holding it for such a long time. I was holding it ever since it was 300 plus, but Litecoin has been outperforming Bitcoin in the last couple of weeks. It's looking like a deal in a steal, apparently. I'm still not that interested in holding Litecoin, but, it's an OG, at once. At once, Litecoin was even a blue chipper, but the only blue chippers, in my opinion, are Bitcoin, ETH, and maybe Chainlink if it sticks around for a couple more years. You got Binance there at 28.13, Polkadot 446, Cardano there at 10 cents, Skip Satoshi Vision. EOS is moving and grooving in the past 24 hours at 256. Mike Ear says, look at the technicals. Monero there at 114.51. And then you guys could check out the rest of the charts. Let me see if I could pull up this old DeFi portfolio that we put together a DeFi portfolio at the beginning of the year, all DeFi coins. Where is it at? Let me see if it's still there. Yeah, it's coming up in accurate. It says that we have $341,000, but that doesn't make any sense. Let me pull it up here. It's still loading. I think since Aave did a fork, this number's not registering correctly. Yeah, this Aave thing is throwing a little wrench into our old portfolio. It's been such a long time since I did this. Well, we should start a new one, and that maybe would be a topic for another video. But we started with one Bitcoin when it was 9,000, and we took the portfolio up to like 16, 17,000. So, yeah, it's a shame that, I don't know, I guess since the hard fork with Aave, like, the price isn't registering correct. So this, like I said, I would consider this retired. Been crushing that NIO stock. I heard that about that one, that electric cars out of, what is it, China or whatnot? I first bought Litecoin early 2017 in the 30s through 42, saw it soar above 300 and never sold. It's currently $60, its highest I've ever witnessed, and since I'm locked out of my Loaf wallet. Yeah, it's a shame. I held, I got clapped, Chicago. I got clapped holding Litecoin. I was stacking it. It went up to 300. I never sold it. Even when this guy Charlie Lee abandoned the ship, I even did a video. I'm like, no, but he'll still be around, and I made a mistake there, and I held down till I don't even remember. But I finally dumped all of that, and I probably never come back. I'll be honest with you. It's one of the more sour tastes, sour holds that I've had in the crypto space, and that's not even to talk bad about Litecoin. It's not Litecoin. What could you say about it? At one point, it had a lot of promise, but Bitcoin Cash came in and all these other coins, and Litecoin kind of got left in the dusters. So yeah, I don't want any Litecoin. But the fact is that it's outperformed Bitcoin these past couple of weeks. I guess new people that are new to the space, or these institutional investors coming in, they see Litecoin. Litecoin's definitely an OG. It's been around for a while. It's still top 10. And it's at a good price. It still has a low circulating supply. So maybe the value's there. Maybe it is, oversold, I guess. But, after holding it for such a while and, anticipating it to move, and, honestly, it was, at one point, it was Bitcoin, ETH, and Litecoin. I mean, it was right up there with, Litecoin's older than ETH. So, I just seen, in my opinion, the decline of Litecoin as far as an OG or a blue chip status. It's definitely an OG, but it's not a blue chipper, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and check out the stock market quotes. These things, the stock market is directly correlated to, or the opposite. Bitcoin's directly correlated to the stock market in a sense. One could argue, okay, or indirectly at least. S&P right now at 35.57, up 0.58. We got the Dow there at 29.247, up 0.58 as well. Crude oil dumping there at $40. It's down 1.75. Let me check out the currency indice here for the Dixie. It's down at 92.84. U.S. 10-year yield. 10-year bond is at 0.89. It's up slightly. So, this is all right. We've seen a lot of volatility with the bonds. But overall, they've increased substantially, closer to 1%. So that is stock market bullish, in my opinion. And then you got the cryptos down 1%, but above 16,000. So, in my opinion, it's taking a little breath here. This thing may, test the waters to higher 16, 17, maybe even to all-time highs. Let's see. But it seems like we've broken some of the resistance, and let's give it a whirl here. Let's see. Shout out to Rudolph. He says, "What's going on, guys? Good morning. Good morning to Rudolph. I see you out there. Moneybags X54's here. Chicago, Roger Ripple, Mike Ear. We got a couple boomers in the box. Let me drop bombs for you guys. Let me know which side of the globe you're here with, which side of the globe you're representing, and what coin you're representing, and what coins, what altcoins are you really speculating on? Really, is there any new baby coins that I should be looking at? I tested a couple of the baby low cap Tron coins, and most of them were not all that. So, I'm focused there on BTC and ETH, and then I'll give Wise Token a whirl, and that's been doing good. We'll cover that in a little while. In 2017, when we saw Litecoin go above 300, we also saw ETH hit highs of 1,400. So glad I didn't bite then. I only bought Bitcoin even after it went quick 600 to 1,300. Yeah. You can never go wrong getting more bits. But yeah, ETH, I've been saying this, guys. I'm trying to acquire more ETH. I think that ETH has the potential to move faster than Bitcoin, at least, in the next few months. So let's see how this ETH 2.0 fares out. But, to me, it's not Bitcoin against ETH. I'm trying to get both of them, I'm going back to the ETH charts. Rudolph's still in Cardano, Tron, and Loopring coin. Okay. I still have Tron. I got some Tron that I'm still messing with. It's not too much. Cardano, I don't have any Cardano. We've traded in and out of Cardano at moments, but it's been a while. I like Cardano. It has a lot of promise, but everybody's still waiting. And then Loopring coin, it's more of a smaller cap coin but it's DeFi. We've traded that one as well. I think it was in our DeFi portfolio at some time. PayPal members are working on Polkadot. PayPal has no competition. Okay. Listen, there's definitely a PayPal effect here. It seems to me that, once PayPal activated, we started seeing the prices move. Let's go back here. There was a PayPal headline here. I think it was on Cointelegraph. Something about PayPal allowing daily crypto buys of up to 20,000 now. I think they see if I can find that. There you go. PayPal removes waitlist for new crypto service, boosts weekly purchase limit to 20K. All eligible PayPal account holders in the U.S. can now buy, hold, and sell crypto, the company announced Thursday. The firm also increased the amount of crypto that users can purchase in a week. Okay, so 20K per week, that's not bad. Citing steep demand, the publicly trading payments giant upped its weekly purchase limits from 10,000 to 15,000 at the time, and then said the remaining U.S. customers would get access to crypto in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Due to initial demand from our customers, we've also increased our weekly crypto purchase limit from 10K a week to 20K a week. So, that's not too bad. I'm not purchasing 20K a week. So, there you go. I'm excited about this. I think we're underestimating this PayPal effect, guys. I'll be honest with you. It seems like they've gotten into the game, and ever since then, things started moving. Even Justin Sun says TRX is a shitcoin, says Chicago. It's only valued in transactions and getting into DeFi games. Let's see. I certainly have my opinions of it as well, but I'll try it out. I'll try it out. Cardano, even though market cap's in billions, still cannot get it right. I'm weary of what they're going to use our Cardano for. It's got similar utility status as Ripple, not store of value. I don't know about all that. I would check the interview I did with Hoskinson. I got to talk to him, a few years ago, and I would just refer you to that. Comparing it to Ripple, I'm not sure if that's a good comparison, but I'm not here to defend Ripple. I mean Cardano either. I mean, it's not like I'm holding it. Mike says Bitcoin in falling wedge in 1 hour. Touching the support line now. If we don't hold, this looks bad. Let's see. I mean, we definitely broke through it yesterday. But yeah, if we go back down, let's see. But listen, even if we go back down, it doesn't look bad to me. I mean, sheesh. But if we hold 17.2 on the way, let's see. I mean, I think that we've been holding since yesterday, but let's see. Look at the 5-day chart. But even if we go under 16,000, guys, I'm not concerned. TRX is fast and low fees. That makes it a winner so far. Have to wait to see what happens in the future. Yeah, I agree with Moneybags to a certain extent. I think just the thing with TRX, they need to attract more quality projects. It's just very gamey. But, that just may be their lane. I mean, guys, as crypto maniacs in the space, it doesn't have to be one coin or the other. It's not like, oh my God, I'm not going to do this one because it's a shit coin. I'm only using this one. Stop being a crypto fanboy, okay? And, you could use more than one crypto. Just because you got into a couple TRX dApps doesn't mean that you can't hodl Bitcoin or Ether or try something else. So I'm trying to stay away from like, oh, this one's a shit coin and I need this one. It's like, stop being a crypto fanboy. If you don't like it, just then find the one that you like and talk about that one, Let's check out the street here. You got the street, new COVID cases. I mean, they're ramping up the COVID thing, obviously, with this election uncertainty and then the whole transition. They want to scare everybody. I think at the end of the day, if you haven't figured out that the MO is to scare you and make you more dependent on Big Bro, then I don't know what else to tell you guys. Moving on. Dow shoots 200 points higher. Okay. And then the stocks, nothing crazy out here. Honestly, Litecoin has its downfalls, but every time there's a boom, it jumps a couple hundred. Yeah, it does move. I mean, when Bitcoin moves, it does move pretty well, But when it dumps, and I don't see it as a holder, a hodler. I don't want to hodl Litecoin, but yeah, it's certainly a one to trade maybe. Duran says, "Hey, yo, champ, I miss you, dog. ETH to the moon. Hope you're doing well and great news. I quit my job and I now live off crypto. No more working." Boom. I like that. Boom. Let me drop another one. Boom. Boom. And then he says the Rona's 99% fake, just like the media. There you go. Boom. There you go. Shout out to Duran. And I've always said this, shout out to everybody that doesn't have to call another man or another woman their boss. I mean, imagine that. You got to call someone else your boss. I mean, listen, most of us has been there, including the champ. So I'm not talking down to anybody that has a boss because most people have to go through that. But I'm saying if you could disconnect from the matrix and be your own boss and be your own man, then kaboom to that. There you go. They scare us to control us. Yeah, it's part of the game, guys. If you haven't figured that out, it's to freak you out. And, once you kind of realize that, you can, stop paying so much attention to the media and go about your life. If you worry too much about what's happening at the top of the pyramid, you forget about what's happening down on the ground, okay? Because you got to stay grounded out there. So there you go. Jerron says, yeah, I'm not talking down to people who work. You're doing your thing, but detach from the matrix if you can. Work for yourself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, listen, I say it like that. I don't, it sucks to call another man your boss, but I mean, I've been there too. So I'm not talking down to anybody out there. You know the deal. We're trying to, bring people up, if anything. The goal should be like to be as independent as possible. I've been talking about this every day out here. It's like independent it's, to the point that I'm saying, get your own gym equipment. Don't even have to go to the gym if you don't have to. It's not that I'm against the gym. It's that the more you're able to sustain yourself, the better. Less worrying about another man or another woman is the recipe. Worry about those that you want to be responsible for too, your family and whatnot. Drop a bomb. Congratulations to Jerron. Shout out to Athlete, Roger Ripple, Moneybags. Let me check out D-Lab out here. Let me drop some ducats here in the bucket for you cryptomaniac soldiers. And then I'll take a peek at T2X and some of the other. And someone mentioned Bankroll. I haven't checked out Bankroll in a while. I did some swing trades on Bankroll. I'm not holding any Banker as of late, but I did a swing trade there on Banker X. Sky Operator says, that's right, I'm a lone wolf champ. There you go. Sometimes you got to be that lone wolf. Sometimes. I mean, but, it's also good to have a community. I'm not saying that that's the goal. I mean, but sometimes you got to operate alone. I get it, But if you could have a pack, it's like sometimes you got to be that lone wolf, but sometimes you could have a wolf pack. You see what I'm saying? And it probably is better to have a wolf pack, honestly. But if you have to, you're going to have to be that lone wolf. Kaboom to Sky. Working still the name of the game, builds character, integrity, self-worth. Absolutely. Yeah. Whether you're working for someone else or yourself, I mean, working is still, it is, build character, integrity, absolutely. I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah. And then, with this universal basic income, they're trying to destroy that. Government hates that. Females hate that. A man who is alone, a threat to the government. Yeah, UBI. I get it, guys. I know the deal. The champ's been covering it for a while. The emasculation of the entire planet, really. And that's why I've been telling you guys, stop with the porno and step up with the no-fap, because that's part of it. I mean, you're fapping around to these pornos all the time. It makes you too thirsty. A lone wolf is not fapping around to porno all the time. 1,000 guys, you got to build some character out there. You don't need that. You don't need that. That's for literally for little kids. You see that, Once you realize that sexual liberation is a political tool, libido dominante. That's all I got to say. I mean, read the book. Shout out to Dr. E. Michael Jones. But I'm telling you guys, even the porn, guys, is a political tool. He said, "Yeah, I'm on retention 7 months." Yeah, I mean, listen, if it's not necessarily, in my opinion, about how long you could retain. It's like if it's natural and you're in a healthy relationship, then that's all good. But like to be fapping around to the TV screen all the time, like, and looking at these things that are wild, and they try to do these. Now it's getting more and more twisted, you know what I mean? And half the time it's just twisted, guys. Think about it. If you really start to think about it, you're like, ask yourself, what the hell are you doing out here? And once you stop that, you gain more and more control. Guys, there's a reason it's all free, guys. It's a reason it's all free. I mean, come on. Let me drop some ducats here in the bucket. Yeah, we're getting into a self-improvement talk. We used to do it every Friday. I think I may bring it back. I had the self-improvement chats every Friday. We talked about crypto, diet, exercise, no-fap, every way to become a stronger boomer. Yeah, sometimes you need it because it overlaps with crypto. Crypto is an alternative and an improvement to the system, I would say. Or at least that's what the intent is. Let me go ahead and drop some ducats here in the bucket. Rudolph says, what's your opinion on Bankroll Farm? I've covered it, Rudolph. I've used it a few times. But I'm trying another approach. I farmed it. And I've also tried, the last thing I did was a swing approach when I knew Banker was coming. And I said, look, instead of trying to farm this Banker thing, I think I'm going to try to buy the rumor, sell the news type, event. And I'm kind of liking that strategy. So I'm kind of waiting. I bought the rumor, sold the news on Banker X instead of farming it. But you know what? I like the no and permanent loss thing, and it seems to be more attractive than other platforms. All I do every day, smoke weed, try to pick up chicks, and go online, watch YouTube, play vid games. I mean, you could do better, Sky. You could do better. That's all I got to say. And I've been saying this to myself every day. And you know, when things don't go the way you want them to go, or not, or you may get angry about certain things. This is what I've been saying in the back of my mind. Even when I get upset about certain things, or you know, when I see some stuff on the news or anything like that, you got to ask yourself: is this the best I could be doing? Is this the best I could do? Because then now you put it on yourself. You now the responsibility of how are you acting. It's like, yeah, there may be all kinds of stuff going on out there, but what are you doing? What's the best that you could do? You know what I mean? Even in the worst such situation, what's the best that you could do? And, you know, I've been trying to roll with that wave lately, and it's been helping. You know, like, you know, I hear all this. Okay, so what's the best we could do with this situation? And, you know, and you got to be honest with yourself. And if you're honest with yourself and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do the best that I could do, that builds some pride. You know what I mean? Now you got pride in what you're doing, no matter if it's a small thing. And this is due in part inspired by Wes Watson. Shout out to Wes. Guys, I encourage you. To me, he's the number one motivator right now, in my opinion. Because it cuts to the chase. Dude did, like, you know, Heavy Time. He did Solitary. So check him out. Roger says, communist bankrupting all the little business. Yeah, I mean, again, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, that may be true. And you're probably right. And that upsets people. But, you know, let's ask ourselves, so what's the best we could do? What's the best you could do? You know what I mean? And everybody has a different answer. That this is an internal dialogue that you need to have with yourself. And then kaboom, you know, and once you figure out what the best that you could do for the situation, then, you know, step forward. There you go. Sky says, my dream came true because I'm retired for crypto. Well, there you go. Oh, yeah. They make them, the stores close while they stay open right next door. Absolutely. We see what's going on. And it upsets me as well, Roger. And that's why I really recommend that you listen to Wes, because, you know, Wes talks about the situation. He's like, you know, you guys are complaining about, you know, the communists in the stores. Like, you know, I was on solitary lockdown for a year plus. Like, I was stuck in the same room. I didn't get to see anybody. I had a different type of lockdown. And what did I do to maintain my pride, my sense of self-worth when you're in that type of situation? What are you going to do about it? So, you know, like, he took pride in, like, literally cleaning his cell. You know what I mean? Getting up early, doing his burpees. What could you do, even if you're locked up in a small cell, to build your own pride? Because you could always do something, even in the worst type of situation. So, you know, the media is going to continue to tell you about the worst and how bad it's going to be. And a lot of it is true. You know, like this guy Wes says, you know, I was in a situation, it's like, you know, you're in lockdown. They tell you there's going to be another lockdown. You may be in solitary for another year. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to sit there and complain, turn into a junkie and fap around all the time? Or are you going to become a man and become harder, more hardened and stronger and show, you know, build some pride? Because, guys, at the end of the day, you know, you're judging yourself in the mirror, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. And a lot of the times when you're not feeling so smooth, it's because your subconscious is telling you you're not doing the work. So, you know, you got me hype. I went off on a tangent, but yeah, that's what's been on my mind. You know, what's the best you could do out there, boomers? Because sometimes I get upset too. I see these commies, all the tricks, you know, the propaganda, the overall iniquities. But what are you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Even with your own fam, they may annoy you. You may get into arguments with the same people that you live with. But how are you going to handle yourself? What are you going to do? You know, not what you want to be done. What are you going to do? Like what do you have control over? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the spirit, says Sky. Yeah, you know, that's the spirit I'm trying to get. That's the mind frame that I need to be in. Be more of the good you. Yeah, Rafter, man, I like that. I like that. This quarantine has been so beneficial for me being single. Better yourself and protect your energy. Absolutely. That's the name of the game out here, guys. If you haven't figured out the matrix codes, the good Lord's giving them to us. It's part of the Lord's plan. Even this lockdown is part of his plan. It's building character for many, and for others, they're going deeper down a negative hole. But, narrow is the gate, guys. That's all I got to say. The path, to destruction, the path to hell is wide and it's paved with good intention. But, the path to righteousness, the path to the good Lord is narrow, guys. Be more of the good you. Yeah, you got Champagne preaching out here to the maniacs. And I don't even mean to be like a preacher, because it's like, sometimes when you get preachy, people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear what's up with the boom. So yeah, let me drop these lemons on you guys. Drop a comment on me. Let me know what's going on. Shout out to Roger, Jerron, Sky, the rest of the boomers out here. I'm going to pass out 50 lemons to you maniacs. Submit. Let's go. Oh, distribute. 30 seconds. Lucky winners, Athlete and Stimp. I knew Athlete was going to pull in number one. There you go. I'm slowly tapping into my spiritual awakening slowly, says Jerron. There you go. I mean, take it at your pace. And this is an internal dialogue you're having with yourself. Athlete says, still trying to figure out how I cannot work from the man, but still pay my rent and stack 32 ETH. You're not the only one, Athlete. Amidst all this fake stuff, Bitcoin and crypto is making gains. There you go. Tony says, treat people the way you would want to be treated. It's so easy. There you go. Yeah, people forget about that too, You're right. You make a point there, Tony. Shout out to Stimp. He just donated an ice cream. I appreciate that, Stimp. Yeah, shout out to all you maniacs. You got, Champagne getting a little preachy this morning. I don't mean that, but, I'm trying to keep it a $1.50, keep it real with you guys. Because I do believe that Bitcoin and self-improvement overlap, because if you look at what the overall purpose of Bitcoin is, that look, here's something that's could be more honest and a better alternative, an improvement. Now, whether it is or it's not, I mean, I guess that could be a whole another conversation, but that's what the intent is being pitched at, right? So I think that's why the intent of a lot of people in the space is like, look, let me try to find an alternative to make things better. Jerron says, yeah, it's so easy to be mad and angry, but so hard to be polite. Exactly. So that's what I've been trying to say. Because I'll tell you, I told you guys before, sometimes I've been getting angry lately. It's, the lack of sleep. I got kids, and then this face mask stuff. I see the commies out there, and sometimes I do get angry. But you're right, Jerron. I've been trying to catch myself and just answer the simple question: is this the best that I could do with my attitude? Is this the best that I could do right now? Not is this the most favorable situation for me? That forget about that. It's like, what's the best that I could do even in the worst circumstance? And I'm telling you, shout out to Wes, because he put it in perspective for me. He's like, even if you're locked up in solitary in a little box, what would be the best thing that you could do every day? Chant, preach, do it. The world needs this. This is your stream. Shout out to Jerron. I appreciate that. Boom. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm telling you who inspired me lately. It's Wes Watson there on YouTube. I don't know him at all, and I'm just saying what fires me up as of late. Let's check out Wise real quick because this is the one that I'm speculating. I see some people throwing ETH at this reservations right now. Day 2 just closed. So day 2 closed with 500 Ether, 996 total users. Didn't get into day 2, and I'm kind of glad because I think my strategy may be good. I'm sliding in on day 4. You can see day 4 only has 300 ETH right now, and let's see if I can get a better share. Because if I would have thrown that 1 ETH on day 1, I would have gotten a smaller share. So let's see. So, I'm excited about this. I got already a little more than 3 ETH. I got 3.3 ETH on this. I'm going to probably do a total of probably 5 by the end of the year. This goes up to December 20th before the whole thing unlocks. Check this one out. I'm really excited about this one. And of course, it's just speculation. This is high risk. This is not something I'm stacking and packing. This is my speculation gambling-esque move. And if you're interested in it, read the white paper, check it out. The referral link is down below. I got to plug it because you get 10% ETH when reserving Wise and 10% more shares when staking. So if you are interested in this, make sure you use somebody's link, hopefully mine, but you do have an incentive because you get 10% more. Boom, boom, boom. Crypto makes many of us red pill. You got it. Rafterman. Shout out to Marlon. He's back. He says, who cares about the lockdown? By 2030, we will own the world. I care about it, but yeah, that's definitely a positive way to spin it. Shout out to Marlon. We are the gods of finance. Marlon stays positive. I appreciate you, Marlon. Staking ZIL on Atomic Wallet and already made 89. Okay, that's the Zilliqa. Yeah, early Bitcoiners should be happy. Absolutely. I agree with you. We made moves early. I mean, a lot of you guys have been in here for years now. And if you got in early, shout out to you. I know it sounds funny, but Super Chickens on TRX is working for months now. Yeah, I saw Super Chickens. I never did it. But it definitely seemed attractive. It seemed fun, little game there. It's a pretty cool way of farming. You get the chickens, the eggs and stuff. The early bird gets the worm. It's definitely cool. I just never got into it. There's so many guys. I've tried out a few, Actually, talking about these, let me look at my T2X stakes because that's the one that's I've been collecting on. Small stakes, very small, and, it's nothing significant. I think like some of them are less than $100 stakes. Is my screen showing? No. There it is. This thing load up. Yeah, I've had several stakes finished. Yeah, we got one stake ending in 4 days, so I gotta wait. Hold my horses. Tony says being grateful for everything is very important. Last night I gave thanks for clean sheets. There you go. Yeah, I'm telling you, you gotta like the small things. It's like, is this the best that you could do? Is this the best you could even put your bet? Do your bet. Is this the best that you could get? Everything, do your best. And that'll make you more grateful. Champ, in your opinion, do you think there'll be a massive crypto moonshot? I think right now we're kind of in a little bit of a run up here. But it could go higher, Jerron. There you go with Marlon with the Kyber network. I sold all the Kyber, Marlon. I had a Kyber bag and then I sold it. And I made gains. I'll be honest with you guys. But I still like Kyber, and Kyber is one of those that gives you Ether rewards. And then Wink. I checked out Wink, but haven't used it. But, that's like a casino and you can get dibs. Jerron says he loves Wink. Okay, so there's nothing to collect here. And I already showed you Wise. Yeah, I think I hit all the beats. Let me go back to the Bitcoin charts. All right, like Bitcoin dumping right now. Let's see if we fall under 16. Looks like, 16 right now is the support. Let's see. Regarding T2X, how much have you staked and how high will be the reward? I've had several stakes. I mean, you could see them. They're right here. You know, I've had several my ended stakes. No, these are not my. No, this is not the right one. I've had maybe like 10, 15 ended stakes. They're all small. I mean, like, you know, I had stakes with, 1,000 T2X, some with 4,000 or 5,000 T2X, some here. Look at this one, 3.4 T2X. But my ending stakes are not really coming up right now. I don't know why. But as far as like doing the hard math, I haven't really done the hard math. You could see what the interest on T2X would be, but the price of T2X is volatile. So I don't know why my ending stake data is not coming up. My active stake data is, but it's only showing one ended stake, and I have several. Yeah, I wish I could answer that question better for you, but I haven't done the complete math, and it's not even coming up. But I'll tell you this one, it's enough for me to, keep using it. But again, I don't have much. Like, look at this stake, 2.4, 2,400 T2X. This is not that much. Geron's thinking of selling his Litecoin. That was me for years. I mean, I'm not telling anybody what to do, but I mean, I want to tell you, like, yeah, dump it, But it's been performing well these past couple of weeks, Geron. Is that, I'm not the right guy. I'm biased when it comes to Litecoin because I have a sour taste in my mouth from that hold from $300, Thank you, Stimp, for the ice cream donation over there on DLive. If there's no other comments and questions, I'm going to work out. I'm going to get the little workout in. I got some time here. Let me put some weight on the bar. And I could do that because I've secured the bag. I got the weights here now, guys. I got the weights. I don't got to go out there with the Bane mask on. Did you believe? I mean, I don't know. It definitely gets me upset. Like, I'm like, wow, people honestly think it's okay to go to the gym with a freaking mask on. But hey, that's what happens when you start fapping around too much. But anyhow, what's the best I could do? Shout out to Rudolph, Geron, Marlon, the rest of the boomers. I'm going to go ahead and do my best here and work out at home, get stronger. You guys, I appreciate all the love out there. The mask is ridiculous. Well, it's ridiculous for the gym. I mean, like, it doesn't make any sense. Whatever. I'm not even going to get into that. It's like, forget about it, guys. What's the best I could do? The best I could do right now is start working out. It's not complain, keep stacking these bits. Shout out to Jeron, Sky, Rudolph, Marlon, and the rest of the boomers. I'm out of here, guys. Stay strong. I appreciate all you maniacs. Have an excellent weekend. I'll see you guys, or I'll catch you guys on Monday. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest. Champagne. Thanks for tuning in.